Okay. We are now live. So, I was working on fixing the inventory sorting stuff. I think that was like on Tuesday. And I didn't really get around to actually, doing anything, so I'm going to have to approach the, how to fix the inventory sorting in a bit of a different way. So first we're going to go to File Select, and let's see, we're not going to bother with that. I would have to do a bit more work. Or, let's see, actually, yeah, we can. So we're going to scroll all the way down. Commands, environment. You know what, never mind, we'll not do that. Instead, yeah, but we have to do something, so I need to end here, so... Is it inventory sort? Yeah. Okay, that's one step done. I think I know how to do it. Okay, now we know. Right. So this technically is going to be called twice, but since I'm using this lamp event just to test something, I'll only call it once. It's supposed to be called for every test animation type. See, function call update sort. Hello, welcome to the stream. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we are gonna make it so after the item is obtained, it's going to call a function that will reset the array that stores the sorting, and then it will decide based on how much is in the inventory of what values to add to the array. And I'm having it being reset every time before it actually does anything, just as a safe measure. Because I don't want to cause any bugs. So, where should we put it? In HUD. So we're going to create a new group. I'll organize this later. I just want to double check. On update sort, right. We're gonna take some of the events from here and copy it, paste it here. Oh yeah, I was forced to upgrade to Windows 10 after I got a Ryzen CPU. How are you today? Okay, that's everything covered. I was going over this in my head. Like, I think it was like an hour ago I was deciding, do I need some sort of variable, like incremented every time that an item is attained so it can track. You know, in practice I probably don't need it, but we'll test this and see if it works. Then let's see, I mean, in theory, I probably will have to use a variable to track things, because it's gonna be using how to dynamically decide, you know, the size of inventory, so it can sort properly. Oh yeah, Windows 10. I like it despite the infamy it's acquired. People kind of give it a bad rap, honestly. It's pretty decent. Okay, now what were we doing? Right. So we're gonna create a variable. And we're going to wait for this to autosave. Okay, now I know what to do. Excuse me if I'm a little, if I'm taking like more than a few seconds to actually do something. It's because like I'm a little drunk right now, so my brain function is not there. And that, you know, being tipsy, or rather coming down from being tipsy and programming probably isn't the best combination. Yeah, I was using a Windows 7, so apparently Ryzen doesn't support Windows 7, especially if you want to use a 64-bit operating system. Okay, right, so I think it's, I need to double check something. Yeah, it's Inv states. Let's see. Inv states, compare values, oh yeah, that would be funny. I actually, unironically, know people who use like a Windows 98 skin, which is kind of weird in itself. That's just a placeholder, don't mind that. Now we're going to actually fix it. Is equal, not equal to, assume this will work. Okay, so that's one part of it. Okay, so we're gonna do one thing for this to work in practice. Add to should be right here. Alright, that should work. Yeah, this is a desktop, but the project itself of what I'm developing, I have it stored on Dropbox, so I can access it anywhere as long as I have like at least a laptop. Okay, so inventory size, I'm gonna copy paste this. And add an accent, let's see. So where will be done. Okay, so set at, let me check something. Oh, Dropbox is actually multi-platform. It works on Windows too. I think it has Linux support as well. Yeah, it does. Okay, so yeah. We are going to copy this. Scroll all the way back down. And just recycle some of our old code. Okay, so layman's terms, it's checking the size of the inventory. For example, this says, inventory size 1. Assuming that this is the first item, it will set it in the array at 0 position. So 0, X, Y1, Y2, Y3. And if it's inventory size 2, i.e. it's the second item in the inventory, instead it will set it to 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, so forth. Right, there's one thing, so... Oh, hey Cup. If you're referring to, like, the size of this project, I don't know, let me check Dropbox. Because I have it right here in my Dropbox. Project. So it's about like less than 100 MB. Which is actually pretty amazing for a project of this size. Wait. Hold on, what is the default size for this array? I'm trying to remember. Because I don't want to screw up on accident. Okay, so it's 4. This should be 4. Okay, everything looks so far good. We'll get rid of this. Yeah, that seems fine so far. I'm good, Cup. I had a nice Thanksgiving. What about you? Let's move that under. So wait, just double check. Under bombs. So it's page 1, item 2. I really need to eventually figure out a better system for fetching the inventory data. Like, I have something with XML planned, and I'll implement it later. Yeah, I have like a couple of 2 TB hard drives in my computer. Yeah, I am waiting on I snagged one of the $199 Spider-Man PS4 bundles. So I'm waiting on that to get to my house. It shipped, I think it was yesterday or something. I have like... So I also have like a bunch of games coming. I have Spyro Ignited, Zero Dawn, Final Fantasy XV, Monster Hunter World, and Persona 5. I'm also going to be ordering some replacement stuff for my PS2. Because like I found all my old cables. Except my AV cable. And my controller is defective. But I found like my old Monster Rancher 4 CD. And I still have my memory card. So I'm like really happy about that. Hello, Super Carlos Bros. How are you today? Oh, fine, whatever, bye. I don't know why you would come in to say pie then leave. People are very weird, okay? And or rude. Okay, so this should work in theory. Assuming my code's not horribly done. Being drunk, I might expect that. Everything looks good so far. I just want to do one double check. Everything looks fine. Yeah, it looks fine. So we're gonna do a small edit first. Get rid of the grid. So this is something I have to talk about. So I'm talking from my MCN right now. I'm under freedom right now, and I'm apparently being told that I have to remove all my OST videos. So most of those might actually end up being deleted. Otherwise, you know, I might come under copyright issues and stuff. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. Okay, so there's one more thing to do. I know it's not working right now, but it still should work regardless. Yeah, just ignore the fact that it's a boomerang. I'm tired right now. I don't really want to pull out paint.net to, you know, edit it. Okay, so that should work. We just need to do a small bit of editing on the data side. I wish I could go. Like, I've gone to a couple conventions. Like, I flew to Seattle for something, and I flew to Milwaukee a couple of years ago. But, you know, I don't like going to conventions, you know, not because I hate them, but they're such huge money sinks, oh my god. Like, the last convention, I think, well, the convention I went to before the last convention I went to was in Milwaukee. I spent, I think it was like $800. It was like, ouch. Okay, everything looks right. So we're just gonna delete all these things. Okay, that looks good. I just want to double check it. Yeah, it says update sort, so it should work. I will, yeah, I'll just submit the Gamekit video, or the source, whatever. That's a good question. Hold on, let me get my controller. Ugh. It's under my decks. It's always ending up in weird positions. And the moment of truth, we'll see whether or not the sort works. Okay, that's not good. It's supposed to work. They're starting wrong for inventory. We're gonna go back and double check. That's funny. Okay, so something weird is going on. This might take a bit longer. That's okay. So this contents are bombs. Alright, I'm looking at the wrong thing, of course. Where is it? Okay, it's over here. I really organize all this stuff. You know, I think we will... just open this up and, like, duplicate the lamp one. It should in theory work. See ya. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. That's why it's not working. I forgot to call update inventory. Oh my god. Okay, now that's fixed. Oh my god. This is why you said program drunk. Stuff like this happens. Now it should work. Okay, so good so far. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, the sort works. Awesome. See, there you go. We have working sorting. This is just for alphabetical so far. I have to still fix the AZ sorting. Well, no, that's alphabetical. I have to fix the quantity sorting. There's one more thing we need to think of. Actually, hold on. I'm just thinking for a second. We're gonna span this. I'm thinking. We need to also think of a situation. Like, what if you have an expendable item, like a consumable or a resource item, and it gets removed from the inventory, then what? Honestly, I'm not concerned because technically we could just call inventory sort. So, I'm thinking, I'm just trying to think, if this, I think it would work on paper, but I don't know if it would actually work until I implemented it. So, we'll just reduce the inventory size, set the inventory keys, for the saved data accordingly when an item gets removed. This way it knows how big the inventory is. I think... I don't know. We'll have to implement it and see what happens later. I just wanted to get this finished. It works so far. So on the docket is to... So instead now, we're going to have... Instead of JSON, it's going to be stored internally. So it's not going to pull the data from a JSON file when the game loads. It's going to set it automatically based on, on this. And each page is going to have its own array. So it will sort based on what page is being viewed. Because I tried to have it where the array was storing items like... The array was storing everything that could be sortable in every page, but it caused some really weird bugs. So I figured, I tried. And we could show where we only had the tools items being sorted as a test, and that seemed to work. So that means we're going to have to make it so it's setting a criteria to sort only the inventory icons that are, type tool, type weapon, etc. And if they're visible, because it sets any other type inventory type icon invisible depending on what page you're viewing. Like if you're viewing tools, every other type of inventory icon, say if it's marked as consumable or weapons, it can be set as invisible. So yeah, there's those two precautions, and just using separate arrays for each page. So, let's see. Comment. I'm gonna write a small note here. So I'm trying to think. Implement sorting for resources page. So and then implement the vertical did I misspell that? I think I did. The theoretical reverse sorting items being removed. See what happens. And if bugs occur as a result. And of course it auto saves. No biggie. Just some last minute stuff before we end the stream. 2v inventory size test variable. Am I spelling that right? Yeah, I think I did. What else? Yeah, I think I see the error of this, of what I'm trying to do later. It might not actually work, because I'm trying to think in my head. Give me a second. So, doing it the reverse way, removing items, and updating it might not actually work in theory. I mean, it will work on paper, but in actual practice, probably not. Because the inventory size is relying on the event of items being added. But there's nothing implemented for items being removed, so going about like this probably would break something if I did, you know, where items were made a check for items being removed. If you get what I mean. So you'll have to find another way. And I will probably do that when I am a bit more awake. Tomorrow or something, maybe. Well, thank you for tuning in. This has been a nice dev stream. Thank you, Cup, and everyone else. Have a nice day or night.